afternoon, everyone. Good evening or good morning, whatever it is in your part of the world. See, quite a conversation going on here. Hello, Ace. Hello, Des. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Arlene. Hello, Christy. Guess that's the only ones that have chatted so far. Yeah, I was following some of this when I was setting up, and I see there was some got here early. Nothing wrong with that. Hello, Bev. A warm day today. Today's one of those days where it's a reminder that I need to get my other air conditioner in. There hasn't been too many days this summer that it's really been uncomfortably warm, but today was one of them. I want to get the window washed and get that all nice and clean, because once I put the air conditioner in, then I can't wash the window because they're overlapping. So I've got to get that done, and that'll definitely be going in tomorrow. Hello, Sue. Hello, Charlene. Look at Arlene go there, dropping links. Hello, Tony. Well, little more of the floor got done in the big house, but I think that's going to start progressing a little faster now. So hopefully that won't be too much longer. Yep, that's what I do, Christy. I'm outside. I'm in the shade. When I see Ace is back in here now. Hello, Ace. Yeah, and the next big thing's going to be once floor gets done, I get the catio done stuff. Next big thing after that is gonna be get some people together, get the furniture moved in. And I know that's gonna be weather dependent, so that might have to wait until fall. Hello, JMB. Yep, it's starting to come together, so that's gonna be a good thing. Hello, Anne. All the animals are all doing good. Kitties are all pretty much sleeping right now. Well, I think all except Teddy and Superman all look like Dino moving around. The rest of them are all pretty relaxed. Hello, Barbara. Yes, Jane B. That is going to be exciting. I I got my pressure washer. I haven't got it running yet. I'm gonna have to see what I can do about getting that. It's especially the railing. Railing's really the only thing really bad on it. See if I can get that cleaned up. Get some of the mildew off that and stuff. And then I would like to get it painted before I add the hardware cloth to it. So we'll have to see what happens there. Well, I thought we had a guest, but Superman decided not to stay. Oh, I see what he's gonna do. He's choosing the air conditioner over me again. Superman, come back over here. Come on, buddy. You can still feel the cold air sitting right here. Nope, he's right in front of the air conditioner. He doesn't want to come back yet. Hello, Judy. Hello, Anfield Road. Hello, Joanne. Yeah, they're going to love the catio. And now there's going to be another catio, too. There's been exchanging plans with my rodent control. I was going to put those 4 kids when they got older, headquarter them in the well house, and let them be outside. Well, I've decided I'm not going to do that now. I don't want to have them outside just running loose. So I'm going to build something from the house to the well house, possibly even as far as the shed. So they'll be all enclosed, and then all the cats can get out there and take care of the mice for me. But then they'll be able to have the safety also. Hello, Hank. Well, thank you, Barbara. I'm glad you enjoyed that video. Yeah, there's 2 events in Waldron that I don't miss: the fireworks and the Christmas parade. Hello, nothing but love. I appreciate you stopping in. Oh, that should be nice, Barbara. Hello, Emily. Well, I guess I'm at Bob McCad again. Hello, Eunice. And so, not an awful lot been going on because of the weather. Well, not a lot outside. Nice and cool in the house, so we can work on the floor. I got the thermostat set at 70 degrees. It never fluctuates. Stays right at 70 degrees. So that's good. Actually, I'm drinking Arizona green tea, Arlene. And that was Teddy that just walked through, if anyone's wondering. And for the past month, I've had a visitor out in the yard off and on. But he's not too happy about it. But there's been, I'm not 100% sure if it's a stray dog. I think it is. That's been visiting. Hasn't been causing any problems. In fact, he'll walk right past the chickens. Chickens aren't bothered by him. He was here several days in a row back in June, and then I didn't see him for a while. And then I think it was Thursday and Friday, he was back again. Seems to be a friendly dog. Like I said, Buddy not happy about it. Buddy's not happy about any other animals being in the yard at all. Goldie and Honey could care less. Buddy starts barking. They look at him. Woof. And then stand there and wag your tail. Yep. Good to have someone helping with that, Ann, that's for sure. Hello, Mike. Yep. I imagine it is hungry, Joanne. Yep, they sure can, Barbara. It's funny how 11 months ago, these dogs just showed up and claimed this is home. And now Buddy doesn't want any part of another dog being in the yard. He acts like he's lived here his whole life. Oh, I hope your eyes get better for you, Eunice. Yes, he does, J&B, but he takes his job very seriously. Yeah, we know you can't read, Eddie. Yeah, Christy, if this dog wanted water, there was the chicken water up by the carport, and he's been up in that area, so I'm sure he's seen it. He can always get some water up there. Do you mean an actual tour of the house, Mike? I will be doing that at some point. And a couple of my recent videos of those four kittens I got from Reverend Dream and Tammy have been filmed in the house. So you get to see a little bit of it there. But I will be doing an actual tour of the house. And it's taken so long to get the floor done that there's going to be segments in the video from April. But there's going to be a video of the floor also, the floor being done also. Yeah, they are great kitties, Joanne. They're so friendly. And it didn't take them long. Um, they started warming up to me a little bit the second day that they were here. And it just kept progressing. And then after probably 4 or 5 days, I was able to pick all four of them up. No problem then. Oh, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. No, Judy. I think the time has come. I'm just gonna go looking for the kittens. Because I know approximately where they are. And Dixie's with her kittens almost all the time. She finally is getting to the point where she will come out for a few minutes here and there. Because it was just to eat and then right back. So, because her being all black, that doesn't help things any. I gotta come right across her. But I think I can find where she is. And then I know just about where Daisy has her kittens. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna go looking for. I kind of hate to disturb them too much, but they both trust me. In fact, really kind of surprises me that they had their kittens hid from me. Hello, Susan. Well, thank you, J and B. Yeah, I really like the look of that flooring too. Yeah, I picked that out, and I really like that style and color. Um, Daisy's kittens will be 3 weeks old on Tuesday. Dixie's kittens will be 2 weeks old. I believe that's on Tuesday also. So they're getting up there. Daisy's kittens are almost to the point where they're going to come out and start wandering around. Yeah, I think I am going to look for them, Joanne. If they don't like it, what are they going to do? Hide them from me again? Yes, J and B. Daisy and Dixie both had kittens a week apart. Yeah, I need some night vision goggles because the end of the house is pretty dark. That was Sanford. I heard someone jump down over there, and it's right where Dixie normally jumps down, but it was Sanford. I hope everything goes good with that, Mike. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that, Christy. The cat seemed to like to have their kittens in a car. There you go, Daz. Hello, the chicken. The only one of the girls that spayed is Fluffy. That was due to medical reasons. And as of last Monday, all the boys are neutered now that are of age. Sanford just started going crazy. I wanted a litter or two from him, but he just he just went crazy with them. So I didn't even wait for the spay neuter clinic. I just scheduled him an appointment, had him done at full price. And that wasn't that bad, $75. And he'd already had his rabies shot, so he didn't have to have that. Yes, Jamie, I agree. A warm tone is nice and cozy. Well, they might not, Joanne. Especially now they're getting a little bit older. Yep, that's right, Judy. Plus, I'd like to know how many kittens Dixie has and what they look like and stuff. I know Daisy's got three of them. She's got one mostly white with a little black on it. That's a boy. And then she's got two calicos. And I assume they're both girls. Hello, DJ. Oh, Mike, maybe you can make it to the meetup next year. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Do you mean, Eunice, do you mean, is it two mother cats? Daisy and Dixie, are they related to each other? Um, Let me see. I believe. I'm trying to think. I gotta write all this stuff down before I forget it. I believe Dixie is Daisy's aunt. Yep, from what I understand, they don't tie tubes in cats. Well, I'm gonna get the younger boys when they get older. I'm gonna get them neutered. So, um, Felix is 3.5 months. I think it is. Yeah, he's 3.5 months. So when they have the spay neuter clinic October, he'll probably be ready for that. The other ones will probably be a little bit young then. I'll have to see. Hello, Texas Moonlight. Well, thanks for letting me know you're here. I appreciate that. No, I haven't been there to get that video done yet, Ace. I was thinking about going in the last week until I remembered come up onto a holiday weekend, so probably not the best time to go. But I am going to try to get down there this week. If not, if I can't make it down there this week, because I do have a few things going on, I'm definitely going to call and talk to the group salesperson. Yeah, wish you luck with catching those ferals, Christy. I know some people have success with it, and other people they say the ferals are just too smart to be trapped. Hello, Wanda. Oh, I see what you're saying, Eunice. The the father of these two litters is Samford, and he's not related to them. The Samford I took into the stray last July. Yep, it sure can, Eunice. But I have never had a male cat as active as Sanford is. Yes, I do want to go right back to the beginning and write down who's mother and father before I forget it. No, Mike, I really don't have a favorite movie. There is movies that I love, but I really can't pick out a favorite one. Hello, Reverend Joe. A lot of times I don't even notice if the cats are in heat. And then I've got a few that will get very vocal. And Daisy will start getting mean towards the other cats. That's really the only way I can tell when Daisy's in heat. Because she'll just start walking on slapping the other cats for absolutely no reason. And then Dixie, she does get vocal sometimes. Yeah, everyone's doing good, Wanda. Yeah, I've got my female dog Spade, and Buddy's intact. But with cats, I just heard a lot more stuff about complications with cats having surgery. They don't take the anesthesia quite as well as dogs and stuff. So I always have the males neutered and normally don't have the female spayed because the neuter is a much easier operation, so they're not out for as long. Plus, that will cut back on the bad behaviors that the males are known for. Thank you for that reminder about the weather, Reverend Joe. Yeah, fortunately, Eunice, I have a very good vet, and it's not like it is with most vets. I go 4 kittens I took week ago this past Friday. Their kitten vaccinations were $66. And then they gave me an antibiotic. Forgot what it's called. I'd have to look that up. And I did some research into it. And that just covers a lot of different stuff. So if there was anything there, it would take care of that. And then they gave me a wormer to worm them with and enough to worm my other kittens. And the total amount was $305. And I know it would have been a lot more than that at most vets. That's a good idea, Texas Moonlight. Yeah, I used to have that scrolling across the bottom of the screen, Christy. But now I've got the meetup scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Yeah, you can type either king or drop your channel link, and weather and zip code for the weather. Well, that's good, Eunice. Well, I have to stay away from you, Judy, so I don't get slapped. It's funny the way Daisy does that, though. She'll just walk from one house to the other, and whoever she walks past, she just slaps them for no reason. Even as kittens grow up, they never grow out being cute. I don't know how someone can do that. Tony, you better start sleeping with one eye open. Hello, headed to the creek. Hello, Northwoods Press. And I stopped in your live for a little while yesterday. I don't think you were there when I stopped in. Yes, Judy, that's the way I feel about it too. Yes, Mike. I talked about the dogs earlier. Yeah, I've got 3 dogs that are here, and I got 2 livestock guardian dogs that I don't have on the property yet because I need to get the fencing done for them. There you go, Barbara. And she put the emojis of the dogs up. Welcome back, Emily. Well, my cats could be inside outside cats, but they're going to be contained when they're outside. I already have the materials. Well, I say I have the materials. I have the 2x4s and hardware cloth for the catio. I still got to get the paint. So once I get that pressure washed, get that cleaned up, then I can paint it. But I will need to get some more material for what I'm going to be running out back to go up to the well house. Oh, nice, Judy. Yeah, I'm going to put some shells up for the cats, and I want to get another cat tree or two, but I'm thinking about trying to build one because I know the weight limits on the ones you buy are pretty low. You can find a few of them a little sturdier, but a lot of them have a weight limit 25 pounds, 33 pounds, which is fine if there's only 1 or 2 cats on it. But if you get 4 or 5 cats on it, I don't know what would happen. Yeah, I've seen cats do that, Barbara. Hello, New Hampshire Mountain Girl. You're welcome, Northwoods Press. Yeah, I try to support everyone that supports me. It's hard, but I try to make the rounds. Hello, Rick. You're not late. People come and go during the whole live, so that's fine. Hello, Marianne. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Yeah, Mike, it is nice. Everyone gets along. No drama here. And on the rare occasion that there is drama, it's dealt with, and then things are back to normal. Yes, Jamie, I'm just fortunate to have almost all good people on here. Since I started doing lives, I bet you I haven't had problems with more than maybe a half dozen people. And one of them I found out a few weeks later wasn't even the person whose account it was. Her kids got a hold of her phone and came on my live and started causing problems. I wish you all could make the meetup, because then we just hang out for the weekend, or at least on Saturday, and get to meet everyone in person. That would really be nice. Welcome back, Joanne. Yes, Barbara. She should have had her phone locked. I agree. If kids acting the way her kids act, definitely. Now, except for some hurt feeling because they were saying some nasty stuff to people they didn't even know, there really wasn't any harm done. But they could have went onto a site and started buying all kinds of stuff and drained her bank account. So definitely, she should have had it locked. I have a fingerprint lock on my phone. I used to didn't have it, but I left my phone in the shopping cart at the grocery store one day. And when I went back to get it, I could tell where someone had been going through it. I know they were just trying to find out whose phone it was. Because they'd been into my contacts in a couple of different places. They were just trying to find out whose phone it was, so I know it was harmless. but still, I put the lock on after that just in case. Yep, and that's definitely her kids, Marianne. Okay, Northwoods Press, I appreciate it. Yes, Barbara, I love that meetup. It was close enough, so I didn't make it there on Friday. Just wasn't really feeling up to it on Friday. But I went Saturday, got there early, stayed late, went back Sunday. I loved it because it was so close, and I got to meet quite a few people there. And then see people that I'd seen before. A lot of people I only see at meetups. Oh, welcome back on your other channel, Northwoods Media. Fly must have fly right in my eye. Hello, Judy. Well, I kind of agree with you, Eunice, but I think a small room with bars on it would be more appropriate. I've had some trouble with my fingerprint, Barbara. One thing I have noticed is if I've got any dirt on my finger or anything, it won't pick it up. But if I wipe my finger off and try it again, it'll do it. And I've got two different fingers set up for it. So if one really won't work, and another thing, you can't have a cut on your finger. It won't work with that. And it wasn't even much of a cut. It was more of just a little bit more than a scratch, but it really wasn't what you call a cut. And until that fully healed, I couldn't use that finger for my fingerprint. You very well may be, Mike. I have not seen a flip phone in years. Hello, Pink Yuko. Yes, Christy. I think it's really going to be nice in the fall. Because during the summer, no one wants to be out in the heat. And during the spring, there's a million meetups going on. And you've got the springtime storms. And so far, there's only been one person that's been upset over it being in the fall. And if any of you were watching that live that night, you know who I'm talking about. He was very upset. And here's Northwoods Press on another channel. Thank you for those additional thumbs up. And that's why I was a few seconds late starting my live for those right here at the beginning. Because I forgot to go through all of my channels and give myself a thumbs up. I have Face ID on my laptop, but it didn't work on my phone. I would say probably one time out of 10, it would recognize my face, try to reposition the phone farther away, closer up. So I got rid of the face recognition, went with the fingerprint. Oh yeah, Christy, I know what you mean there. You know, up until I would say probably until I was 12, 13 years old, my mom wouldn't let me be out of sight in the store. We're talking 70s and early 80s. Hello, Demoose. Hello, Teresa. Oh yeah, I've seen the flip phones on Amazon. So I knew they were still out there, Reverend Joe, but I have not seen an actual person with one in their hand in years. Hello, Lauren and Joel. Hope everything's good with you, Lauren. You've been getting hurt way too much. Yes, fall colors should be great. And you'll see when I do the video, you can see for miles and miles and miles from the top of that mountain. Yep, there's going to be someone upset no matter what you do, Emily. Yep, I think fall is going to be best. But like I was saying, I chose that time to get away from the other meetups, for one, better weather, and just the beauty of the fall colors. Because where do people go to see fall colors? They go to the mountains. So, on top of a mountain where you can see forever, I think it's really going to be nice. Okay, Des, you have a good night. Okay, Anne, have a good night. It's funny you mentioned that, Lauren, because there is one thing I had someone suggest it to me. So I'm starting to come up with what I'm going to need people to do. And one thing I'm going to need, and I'll have to talk to the group salesperson before anything's done on this, but I'm going to need a campsite coordinator. Someone that can find out what people are going to need for campsites, and preferably there should be someone that has a camper and they will know what's going to be needed and stuff. Because I would love to, since the campground is so close together, I'd love to be able to get everyone together in one part of the campground. So eventually I'm going to need a coordinator for that can find out what's what, and then when the time comes and reservations open, okay, we would like to reserve campsites, um 6 to 19 or whatever. And one thing, Lauren, this is going to be a big request. Do not get hurt just before the meetup. Because you get hurt and can't make it, I'm going to be mad at you. Okay, you have a good day, Susan. Yeah, that's what I figured, Barbara. You're complaining that it's too close to Thanksgiving and Christmas. Heck, it's, I think, almost 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think it's going to be perfect, Christy. Perfect time to do it, Barbara. Alabama's a little bit farther away, but Mississippi and Louisiana, they're not far at all. And by the time you get to Mississippi, you might get to visit Alabama too, and then you'll have it done. I love summer. I love fall. Not a fan of winter. And spring depends on how the weather is that particular spring. Yes, exactly, Lauren. 30 amp, 50 amp, water, 10 only, pull through sites. Yep. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Um, I think so, J and B. I think the website has everything listed that's available there. But it'd be nice if I had someone coordinating it. So as much as possible, try to get campsites that are side by side. Hello, Jonesy. Yeah, I can imagine. We're right in the middle of summer here, and you're right in the middle of winter there. Perfect vacation for you, Judy. Yes, that was one thing he brought up, Christy, but that's not going to be an issue in a state park. I have never fished specifically for bass. I have caught bass before. They're not one of my favorite fish. I don't fish at all anymore. I haven't fished in years. I was a kid. I went fishing all the time, mostly trout fishing in creeks and stuff. That would be nice, Barbara. Yeah, I think a cruise on New Orleans would be nice. Yeah, you found it there, Lauren. Yeah, I don't know. I can kind of figure it out, but I really don't know the difference between Class A, Class B, and Class C. And there's also one walk-in tent site. You walk down a trail to get to it. It's away from the rest of the campground. Oh well, if they're just concerned about missing opening day, if it opens on the 8th, then they could just come for Friday and Saturday and go back home and be able to make opening day. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, Christy. I know a business used to shut down. One of their holidays was opening day. Oh, that's nice they did that, J&B. For anyone that's wondering, this is Batman. He just came over to visit. He's the one that's got kidney issues. Hopefully, he goes back in 3 months. Because now it'll be a little over 2 months. He'll go back and get retested. Hopefully, his numbers look a little better then. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the lodge too, Judy. Yeah, I think there's only one cab in there, if I remember right from what I've read. It, I believe it sleeps 6 people. It's kind of pricey, but if you divide it up between 6 people, then it's not bad. Yeah, I haven't seen the lodge rooms in person, but I've seen videos of them. They are beautiful. Yeah, I hope you can make it too, Wanda. And I hope Jonesy can make it too. I know I'm definitely done with tents. When I went to the Ozark meetup, I used my car as a camper. That wasn't bad. I was just there one night. Took me a little bit to get the seat adjusted, to get comfortable, but that wasn't bad staying in my car for the night. Yes, it'd be nice if Emily could make it too. And you may want to put that out on the Facebook event page, Barbara, that you're willing to share a room. Maybe someone can see it on there and they might be willing to share a room with you. Well, you're coming to meet up too, Joanne. You just don't know it yet. Yeah, I wish you could make it, Joanne. Yeah, meetups are a lot of fun, Emily. There you go, Wanda. It's an idea. Oh. And it hasn't even got hot yet this summer, Judy. Maybe we'll get lucky this summer. We won't have 100-degree heat. Yeah, I wish I could have made Tin Keller in Mid America. Well, weather was scaring me for Tin Keller. I was watching the radar and it wasn't looking good. In Mid America, I guess from what I've heard, I might have been able to sneak in there without paying. Because I know some people did. Yeah, the heat used to bother me when I was younger, but I can tolerate a lot more heat now. Yeah, beginning of the summer, or late spring, early summer, it was very humid here because we are getting so much rain. Now that it quit raining every day, the humidity's dropped back a little bit. And I know other places in the state it's been hotter, but I think the highest we've had here in Waldron has been 93 degrees, which is about 10 degrees cooler than the hottest day's been the last couple years. I'd love to see everyone that's in the chat here. I'd love to see everyone be able to make it to the meetup. Yeah, I'm sure you know, Barbara. Just check out the costs going to different airports. I'm not familiar with any of the airports around here, but I know in New York, it was a lot cheaper to fly in and out of Rochester than it was Syracuse. About hour difference in drive time, but the cost was huge. Yeah, that's what I heard. That the storm didn't really hit the meetup at Tenkiller. It got a little bit stormy here at my house, but we didn't get anything bad here. But we were getting severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings and stuff. They did have a storm in the northern part of the county with rotation in it. And if I was away and got that warning on my phone, that would have scared me. Yeah, I actually was on my way to Tenkiller, and I stopped to get breakfast and decided to check the radar. And it didn't look good. And Johnny was doing a live at that time. So I started chatting in the live, asking questions about the weather and stuff. And he was trying to talk me into going. Oh, those storms are going to miss us. Come on. No, I don't want to risk. I just don't feel comfortable. Yes, there is, Wanda. I have to do some research into it, but there are other places close by. And it's not a long ways right from downtown Mena. I'm not sure exactly what's in Mena, but I know there's got to be motels in Mena. So yeah, there's definitely places. And I'll check on what the cancellation policy is too, because maybe you can rent a room or reserve a room in November as soon as reservations become open. And if for some reason you can't make it, maybe you can cancel that without having to pay ridiculous fees. Hello, DJ Turneroo. Yeah, stay at my place, take care of the animals. Superman. Hey, Superman. I don't know if you're going to see him, Joanne. He's curled up next to Sanford on top of the microwave right now. Either he's sound asleep or he's pretending to be sound asleep. Sanford's awake. He's got his head up, looking around. Caught you, Superman. You're awake. Come on over, Superman. Come on, buddy. Come on, Superman. Oh, I got Batman. Well, he just stood up and he's stretching, so maybe he'll come over, Joanne. And he might not. Well, I hope everything's okay, DJ Turneroo. Is that for a certain area, Mike, or just overall hottest summer in 30 years? I know it's been hotter than heck in Alaska. So overall, it probably is going to be a very hot summer. Oh, I'm not saying it's not hot here, but it's not as hot as the last two summers have been. I can't go any farther back than that because I was only here for the past two summers. This is my third summer here. There we go. We got Ace doing research. Well, at least I got him woke up, Joanne. He's over there grooming Sanford right now. Oh, that sucks, Barbara. Oh, yeah, along the East Coast there. It's been very hot. I know a week or two ago, right from Georgia, we're up to Pennsylvania. It was very hot. Hello, Ark Wildman. Yeah, hopefully everything turns out good, DJ Turneroo. Yeah, last week I just went to PT once, and this week I'm just going once to cut back on the cost a little bit. But $75 every time I go. Well, Barbara, you go prepared for rain. Maybe it won't rain on your trip. I hope not. Are you welcome, Emily? Thanks for watching. Yeah, I missed the very beginning of the fireworks because they started earlier and they said they were gonna. So I wasn't out of the car yet. And I still had to get my rollator out and stuff. You know, they said they weren't going to start until it's completely dark. Well, along Western Horizon, it was still light. So I didn't think they were going to start them yet. It was getting close. I should have been out of the car already, but it's more comfortable sitting in the car than it is my rollator. And then all of a sudden, what they do to signal the start of the fireworks is they turn the lights on in the fire truck and blow the siren. And when they do that, then anyone that's setting off fireworks, because they let individuals set them off before and after the city show, but not during the city show. So that's a signal for individuals to stop the fireworks. They're going to start the city fireworks. And I got out as quick as I could. And I'm trying to film as I'm going back to get my rollator out. I had to edit some of that out because it didn't turn out too well. But that's one event that I don't ever want to miss. Then the other one is the Christmas parade. Imagine that, Judy. There was a cat. Yeah, I don't miss Ark Wild Man's karaoke night too often. I think I did miss it last week. Usually I'll have that playing on either my phone or laptop, and then Wanda's Live playing on the other device. Yeah, Peter's bed and breakfast. Just you have to make your own breakfast. Well, I guess Batman's going to fill in for Superman tonight. No, I'm just holding my phone, Emily. So I was able to. You probably noticed farther in the video, I got a little bit better at it. I got to figure out when you see the fireball going up, I could anticipate where it was going to explode. It's about 45 minutes from my house to the meetup. Yeah, hopefully by then I'll be situated with a good chicken coop and have the chickens laying in the coop. Yeah, I got a little shaky a couple times there, Emily, but for the most part, I did pretty good. Yep, meetup is November 6th through the 8th, 2026. Yeah, there was also fireworks last Saturday, too, but I missed that. They had a big party with fireworks. Yeah, by the time I decided to do it, it was too late to do it for this year, Arc Wild Man. That's why I started early on next year. Because you really need a year to plan it. Because then, like Emily's saying, maybe by then she'll have some money saved up. I know there was someone else. Oh, Skip. Grey Wolf. He's in here sometimes. He's hoping he can have money saved up so he can come from New York. Yeah, I'm not into sports at all. My dad was a very big Yankees fan. I used to listen to some of the games on the radio with him, watch some on TV, but not really a sports fan. I don't know about that, Reverend Joe. Mike says he'll never do another meetup. There's a lot more work than he anticipated, and he didn't get as much help as he had hoped for. And he told me he'll never do another meetup. Well, it's been on here almost 2 hours. So I think probably once you hit 2 hours, that'll probably do it for today. So even if I can't make it there to do the video, I'm going to try to make it there to do the video. If I don't, I will call and talk to the group salesperson this week. At least I'll have that. I'll do a video on it and post it on the YouTube channel. And I'll put an update on the Facebook events page. Okay, you have a good night, Judy. Where are we at now? Hour and 55 minutes. So we're going to make it another 5 minutes? Yes, that's a good idea, Barbara. I'll actually plan on going there the first weekend in November and do a video. And then everyone can see what it's going to look like for the meetup. Okay, have a good night, Tony. Have a good night, Joanne. If anyone hasn't seen it, last night I put up a small video of the 4 kittens that are over in the other house. They're doing great. And they are so friendly. So they're not going to get turned loose outside. I'm going to build an enclosure so they can get out where the rodent problem is. Well, all the cats will be able to get out there because they'll all be living together in the big house. And then they can get out there and get the mice taken care of. Definitely to the well house. And I'm thinking probably to the shed also. I'll know more once we get the stuff out of the shed and get it in the house, whether or not there's been mice in there, but it wouldn't surprise me. Well, I don't see Waldron being snowed in at that time, Reverend Joe. Our, our snowiest month seems to be January. February can go either way. But first week in November, I'm really not expecting a snowstorm. I'm not aware of a Golden Corral around here, Mike. I've never been to Golden Corral. Well, thank you, Joanne. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But I'm actually going to look up where the closest Golden Corral is. I wouldn't be surprised there's one in Fort Smith, because that's going to be over an hour away, depending on where it is in Fort Smith. Because it takes an hour just to hit the south side of Fort Smith. But they have a lot of stuff like that up there. Yes, Wanda. There was a nice Chinese restaurant in Mina. I've been there a couple times. The only thing I have against that one is if it's busy, you have to sit so far away from where the buffet is. Then it's a half-day walk to get to the buffet. And there's one I really like in Boonville. And the reason I like that one is a smaller place. They don't have as much on the buffet, but they still have a good selection. And no matter where you're sitting in that restaurant, you can get to the buffet before you starve to death. I wish there was a Chinese restaurant in Waldron. I would love that. There's a convenience store the next place north of Waldron, Mansfield. They have good egg rolls there. The Conway's quite a ways for me, Ace. I'm not sure about looking it up, but I'm thinking Conway's probably a couple hours. Texarkana is, yeah, how far that is. That's actually a place I want to go to sometime. I have always heard about Texarkana. And now I'm this close to it. I want to go there. Just get one of those places I've always heard about. Yeah, when you come for the meetup, we'll have to go to that Chinese buffet in Mina, Wanda. I think you'll like that because they have a huge selection. The Chinese restaurant I used to go to when I lived in New York was in Pulaski. It's called Dragon Garden. They didn't have a buffet. You just ordered off the menu. And I always got the chicken with cashews. I got the combo. And that would come with egg rolls and I think it came with a soup too, if I remember right. And that was good. I'm sure it's more now, but back then I think it was like $8. But that was well, I started having issues with having a car in November 2017. So it was before November 2017 the last time I was there. Can't do another hour, Mike. Sorry. Because Wanda and Arc Wild Man are going live in 24 minutes. I'm definitely not going to go over the top of them. No, Emily, I don't think I've ever had coconut breaded chicken. That sounds kind of good. I haven't eaten yet, so now I'm going to be eating soon. I'll have to look for that, Emily, see if I can find it anywhere. No, when I was younger and more active, I used to do that, Joanne. I'd get to doing something, all of a sudden realize, wait a minute. I haven't had anything to eat 12 hours. Okay. Well, I've got to end this now so I can go get something to eat. All this talk about food. But thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. And if everything goes good, I'll have a video out with all the animals in it in the coming days. And I have another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. Hello, Anne. Sorry, you came in right at the end. Okay, Emily, thank you. Homemade turkey soup. That sounds good, Wanda. No, I'm just sorry that I'm leaving. Just you came in, and okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a good night.